Welcome to NBC News Daily this Monday. We're going to start with those deadly California wildfires as crews prepare for more powerful winds today that could once again fuel the flames. Right now, red flag warnings are in place for areas in and around Los Angeles. The fierce Santa Ana winds are set to return this week, bringing the possibility of a new round of fires. Now, just last hour, LA officials confirmed at least 24 people are dead. Many others are still missing. So far, the flames have scorched about 40,000 acres and destroyed more than 12,000 buildings and structures, many of them homes.
Over the weekend, firefighters did make some progress on the Palisades fire. It is currently the largest blaze, but authorities warn the threat is far from over. While evacuation orders remain in effect for many, we've seen more people starting to head back home, only to find their neighborhoods completely decimated, their livelihoods turned to ash.
We worked so hard to get here, and now to see it this way. I never thought I would live through something like this.
California Governor Gavin Newsom told NBC News' Meet the Press the wildfires will likely go down as one of the worst natural disasters in United States history. We have coverage from all angles. NBC News meteorologist Bill Cairns is tracking the overall forecast for us. But first, let's go to the ground where we find NBC News correspondent Dana Griffin live in L.A. Dana, the National Weather Service is warning about these extremely dangerous fire conditions still to come over the next few days. So how are the crews preparing for what's ahead?
Well, Morgan, they are strategically placing fire crews in areas across the county to make sure that they can respond if a new fire pops up. You're right. This is going to be very threatening fire weather, and so they want to prevent what happened last week. And so you'll probably see some of the fire trucks that have been coming in and out of Mandeville Canyon. And we've been seeing this for several hours. They have been coming in and out. And this is a particular area that was really impacted over the weekend when they had that flare up on Saturday. You can see the firefighters bringing to us. That wind shifted east and that fire took off. And some of these areas were threatened. There was one home that was lost down in this canyon, but luckily fire crews were able to get a really good handle on it. And so they know people are frustrated. People have been evacuated for days, and they were allowing people to be escorted in over the weekend, but they said they are not doing that anymore. They are going to wait until after this next wind event is over, until it is safe. They did, however, say this because there are some pets that have been inside homes since people evacuated on Tuesday, and there's a major concern for those pet owners. You can come to a checkpoint like the one behind us where the National Guard has been staged. Give them your information. They do have officers that can go to your home and check on those pets and those much needed medications.
Yeah.
Vicki Morgan.
We have seen some of those emotional reunions for people too, which is good news. Dana, we're also starting to learn more about the 24 people who died during these fires. What can you tell us about them?
You know, we are still waiting to identify all of them, but some of the stories are already coming out. Most of those deaths occurred in the Eaton fire in Altadena. That is known as a historically black community for a lot of people there, a lot of elderly people also in that community. We've heard stories of a father and son. One son who has cerebral palsy, his father stayed behind because he did not want his son to die alone. We've heard of several people who died trying to save their own homes, including a well-known surfer in Malibu. His mother said that they found him outside in an area where it looked like he had been trying to protect his home. We also learned about a former child actor, Rory Sykes. His mother spoke to an Australian media station about what happened during the height of the fire. Listen.
My baby. And he died needlessly. He said, "Mom, leave me." And no, Mom can leave the kid. And I've got a broken arm. I couldn't lift him. I couldn't move him.
So that's Shelley Sykes. She actually ran, or she drove to a nearby firefighter. They went back to her home, but by the time they got there, their home had already burned down.
That is
Vicki
heartbreaking,
Morgan.
and the kind of stories that I think really humanize this for people who haven't ever seen anything like this in their lifetimes or aren't even from that part of the country. Dana Griffin on the ground there in L.A. Dana, thank you.
Thank you, Dana. Let's go now to NBC News meteorologist Bill Cairns. Bill, I know you've been watching these winds. You told us probably Tuesday morning. Now the forecast is here, and it looks like we're going to see those winds again tomorrow.
Yeah, and we want to avoid what just happened. I mean, that's the bottom line. We don't want structures to burn. We don't want to have to do mass evacuations again. But it's all possible because we just don't know where any new fires are going to form. We're hoping that the ones we have will stay under control. And did a great job of containment over the weekend and putting out the hot spots. So we have 10 million people in red flag warnings. You know, red flag warnings are pretty common. They happen numerous times in Southern California every year. But what is not usual is what we call a particularly dangerous situation red flag warning. This is where we have extremely critical fire conditions. If any fires form in these hash lines here, so this is the western Santa Monica Mountains here, northern portions of Angeles Forest, all the way back here towards Ventura, this region with the hash lines is going to see extreme winds, very low relative humidity. If any new fires form in these areas, they'll spread rapidly. Notice, this is not last week's event. This does not include Los Angeles, where we had the 80 to 100 mile per hour winds. This is more of a typical Santa Ana wind event, which can still be extremely dangerous. So we still have our 3 fires. They did a great containment there on the Hearst fire. Winds are already starting to pick up in the mountains to 40 to 60. Tonight into tomorrow, guys, that's when we're going to see the 50 to 70 mile per hour winds. And the question is, will any new fires form?
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.